Damn. The knowledge, join the class on Sunday. How about that part? Join my classes on Sunday. I'm on YouTube too. All right. I do the classes every Sunday. You can email me. That's my info right there. What up? Y'all, can you see the title up there? It's up there. So bear with me. I gotta do some tweeting out, yeah, okay? I gotta do some tweeting. All right. So bear with me. Let me open up my lines anyway. Let's open up the lines. What's the knowledge? Y'all don't want, people truly don't want knowledge. I don't think they do. Let's put the link up. Let's see who's going to be the first person that comes on my YouTube channel. I gotta share this out. I'm working on trying not to stay on it for like 2 hours. We can't. Yes, you can. I'm looking. Y'all can see that title, can't y'all? Can't you see the title on there? It said pin it. It's right there. It's on the pin. Let me know if y'all can see it on there before we start. Let me know if y'all can see it. Can you see it? Can you see it pinned on there? My Philly family, can you see it on there? Good. Let me see before we start. Can you see that pinned on there? Okay, it's there. I told you it's there. What's wrong with? Listen, let me tell you. You ever hear this? Have you ever grown up and you hear it say your mom say if it was a snake, it would have bit you? It was a snake, it would have bit you. My mom used to say that all the time. Like, just imagine stuff be sitting right in front of our faces. No, come to YouTube. I'm going to give you the YouTube link. So bear with me, okay? The YouTube channel is before 1492. You got to come here. Give me 1 second, sister. Give me 1 second. I'm kind of tired, y'all. So bear with me, okay? You see that right there? Before 1492? Go to YouTube and hit up before 1492. Before 1492. All right, brother, sister, brothers and sisters, we'll gather here today. So hit the link. Did y'all see send a link for what? I thought I got rid of you, Zah. I still love you, my brother, but I thought I got rid of you, Zah. Did y'all see? Hold up, while we do this, y'all, I'm gonna take y'all there for a second, okay? Let's take y'all. I told y'all we got a whole lot going on, so I'm gonna take y'all to the filming we did in Spain. So we have other parts coming out too. So you got to go to before you got to go to Amadeus Jones. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We can find this. Okay, so give me 1 second, y'all. So this is part of what we doing, people. So bear with me, okay? This is a part of what we doing. So you about to block? Oh no, Zah would never do that, bruh. Even though you get on my nerves like a brother, Holmes, I would never do that. Even though you get on my nerves like a brother. So bear with me 1 second, y'all. So this is the fifth. Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on with the internet, y'all. So we might be down. Hold up. Hold up. What's going on, fam? They already messed my other page up. Come on, man. You serious? Give me 1 second, man. It's always something with these people, man. Damn. They always got to do something with my channels, man. I don't know what's going on. Y'all be thinking these cats be telling y'all truth about something, man. They be messing with my channels. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I got to close this out. They be playing with me. Hey, Zod, you got to click the link before 1492, bro. That's what you got to click. Because my main channel, they took it. My main channel was down, brother. It's been down for about 2-3 months. And I don't think that channel is never coming up. I don't think they're going to ever put that channel back up. But this is something I'm going to rock with y'all. I'm not going to play the whole video. So I need y'all to tweet this out and share this out. We was filming in Spain when we went back this August. So this is the, if you're looking for it, see what you do. I was talking about Palestine, brother. So this, y'all got to subscribe to the Before 1492 channel. You have to subscribe to the Before 1492. And both of them was on StreamYard. And for some reason, they took the main one down because it had more influence on people, if that makes sense. So the one that had the more influence on people, they took it down. So y'all have to subscribe to Before 1492 channel. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick for you. So the other channel is Before 1492. Let me see if I can do this real fast. So give me 1 minute. So subscribe to this channel. Let me do this. So, all right. So that's the channel. So subscribe to this one. Let me see, Zah. Give me 1 second, bro. This is the channel, and all of this is the new channel. So everybody subscribe to this channel. Let's get this one over 1,000 views to about subscribers. So this is the new one. And the crazy part is both of them was on StreamYard, because on StreamYard you can link many. So the one that had the most people following it, they suspended it because I said something about Palestine. So subscribe to this one right here, right now, and please share it out. All right. So I'm just gonna show y'all. What's up, Sister Foxy? You want to jump on the feed? The link is up there. So subscribe to that channel. Please share it out Before 1492. And if I'm wrong about anything, holla. So I'm just going to show you the video just released today. We got over 400 something views already. Okay, 400 and something views already, and we just like released it today. So we got other parts in different areas. So sit back. I'm just going to walk y'all. This is on Building 7's page. So just bear with me. Spain with us, here in Spain with us, the Black Madonna / Moorish Madonna out here in Spain with Amadeus Christ, man. I tell you, it's gonna be lit. It's all in my whole sport on Matsurat is all good. Just film this all full time. Where Chris and them great go, because this is their first time. Where they get ready to go. City living. that most people in the States don't, a lot of people in the States don't even know who he is. If you look up Antonio Gaudi, you see his work. I did a book on him also. I have a book that I took all his photos and made a photo book of his stuff. I'm gonna do another one too. Antonio Gaudi, man, get your lessons up, B. All right. Watch this, Chris. Yes. Somebody said the real Moors in Spain again. Yeah, we back in Spain again. Y'all get it? This is behind the scenes type stuff. For the building for the whole video, yo. Got different parts. And then God knows Mexico to Morocco. There is. You got 400
For multi-peptide plus HACR, it's the peptides that are powerful.
Let's get 50,000. Arsenal is Spain. That's crazy creative, man. Like, just think about it. Like, inside of it is dope as hell. All your scholars, let's have this conversation on any platform. You need to get that book too. And in this book, we fighting against this again. It's big. Moors fell is the spinoff for everything that's around the world. That's why everything you pick up, they always say 1492, 1492, 1490. Everything happened after 1492. Didn't they say slavery happened after 1492? What, 1619? Yeah. With the Manding Charter, you see how you black people, you African Americans, we ruled Spain, big. Yes, that's what happened. The budget, the see the Moorish Madonna. Moorish Madonna. They said she turned dark because of the smoke of the candles. I said, because of the smoke of the candle, that don't make it make sense. No. Be out here, be dark. Oh, I said the Arabs was us. I pointed to the brother that was behind, and I pointed to Chris, and I pointed to me. I said, we are the Arabs. Arab is just a person that speaks Arabic. That's all it is. So when you say Arab, what Arabs are we talking about? This he started saying, come on, man, you're going to get tongue-tied. But they have to make money, so that's why they're doing the tours the way they're doing the tours. Just like when I was in Granada, the lady was saying something about the Alhambra before. You wasn't there at the time. And I said, oh, no. I said, the Moors built this. No. And I was breaking history down to it. She said, you know more about this than I do. But they have to follow this, script, man. You can't tell people that. It's the same thing in other countries. And when you talk to somebody from Ethiopia, they say the reason why they have a light skin on Mary or Jesus is because of tourists. All these things are for tourists. It ain't for history, because if you want to know the real history, you go to the real people. You don't sit in the tourist areas. So of course they're going to have it for tourist dollars. That's why they can sell that Madonna out there for $200 that was carved. Yeah, it was $200. Somebody gonna buy it. You went to Madonna incense? Oh, it's rose. This is rose. Which one? Which one should I get?
You can have some authentic black Madonna.
Give some no, but this right here, yo, y'all need this. This is jasmine. Jasmine is in Tunis. This is the oil right here, bro. You got to get this, Chris. So shout out to my brother Amadeus Christ, man. We ain't even done yet. It's going to be a series of these things, people. So go check out Building 7. We have one in Seville, which is going to be dope. One in Malacca. We're going to have a whole lot popping. And somebody asked me, why don't the Moors support? I said, Moors don't really support anything. You know what I mean? That's what I told the sister. Moors don't support anything like this. So I thank everybody. But what's up, my brother? Got Kenya in the building. So let's share this video out. Let's get it started. Hit the link if you want to come talk with me. And every Sunday, I do the classes at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. And you can pay on Sunday. You have to pay before Sunday. And you will get an email link to join the classes every Sunday. But let's get this thing started, brother. I don't want to stay in forever, man. Let's go.
Sure. Peace.
Peace. And don't forget to get y'all 1492 gear. Hold up. Don't forget to get this, yo. Hold up. He's doing my white shirts tomorrow. So don't forget to get your before 1492 tour shirts. Bam. That's what they're gonna look like. It's gonna be dope as hell. Hold up. I gotta show this, bro. This is so dope, Prime. He's going to do it a little different, but this is just the layouts that he sent me. So get your before 1492, baby. Email me. We're going to have all sizes. We're working on some sweaters too. Shout out to my brother Larry in Philadelphia, who's putting the shirts together. So if it don't have this on the sleeve, it is not legit. It has to have Sabir Bay on the sleeve. If it don't have it, it's not legit, because you know how black conscious people are. They always got to steal something and act like it was them. But don't fall for it, y'all. Don't fall for it. Email me. Let's get.
Don't you fall for it. Don't you fall for it.
Let's go. Share it out.
Keep your head up. Never let them get you fed up. You just step up, get your rep up, get your cash up, get your check up. The whole system is set up. It's time we really get up. We've been about this revolution from the time we met up. Take it back. I got my fist up. Malcolm X in 88. A revolution only works for those that will participate. You are great. They are fake. Yo, it's time to demonstrate higher level mental state. Conscious people congregate. Show the love, not the hate. This is basic, no debate. But these people are debating and they hating. They should wait. It was bickering amongst ourselves and got us in this state. Yeah, the truth is inconvenient, but the truth is never late. You can't see what they be doing, how they thinking, how they moving. You can't see what they pursuing, making claims done or proven. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. We can see who is the enemy. Sovereignty's a remedy. You don't need telepathy, it's white supremacy. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Bringing the raw, doing a talk. Government officials bringing the law. You never see what you never saw.
Hit that link, baby.
Open the door. Knowledge reigns. That is the game. Ignorance. That is insane. Don't fall for it. The reps and the Dems are the same. This one's shooting us up. That one's locking us up. This one got us stuck. That one's out of luck. You can front if you need to. The cycle never ends. No justice, but in 4 years they hyping us again. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. If you thinking and you running and you drinking and you running and you really not concerning with the news and what they learning, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't
Foxy.
fall for it.
Foxy.
Don't fall for it. You love it, never hate it, you agree it, don't debate it.
HBCU educated, your degree is highly rated.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Don't fall for it. You love it, never hate it, you agree it, don't debate it.
HBCU educated, your degree is highly rated.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Don't fall for it. Yo, me, I'm not a fake dude. I'ma keep it real. They see through it all, and America needs a heel deal. America ain't really sick. This is what it really is. Gunshots and cages for black and brown little kids. Now they acting like they not the cause of how we live. Do not tell me what you gonna do. I can see what you did. Look at her. Look at him. Look at them. Look at me. Do you see our interests represented in society? No, you don't, and you won't, because democracy's a joke. Every 4 years, the same people asking us to vote. Nothing changed but the Range Rover switching lanes over. I remain the flamethrower. Knowledge reigns, game over. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Rodney King, George Floyd, man, we all saw it. So don't protest with the fines, but don't move with self-reliance. While the soul is being silenced for the religion of science. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. If you thinking and you earning and you drinking and you earning and you really not
Come on, y'all, let's go.
losing what they earning, don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. There's no justice in the courts. We are always taking shorts. They can shoot us like a sport, and it's not just what they want. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Take it up. Take it on now. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it.
Shout out to KRS-One. What's up, Fox?
Salute, brother Sabir. Peace, grace, and peace.
Man, listen, I'm trying to get some rest and relaxation. I can't even do that. People be sending me, yo, Sabir, what you think
They
about
won't
Katt?
let you.
Oh my God, nah, because I said I spoke on Katt Williams a million times already. Like, seriously, I literally spoke on this subject, but everybody's like, they said, why don't you talk to Katt? I was like, when I run across Katt again, I lost his number. But when I run across Katt, when this stuff dies down, sis, that's when I'll talk to him again. Because imagine the conversation we had, I told y'all, in this particular room.
Yeah, I peeped that early. I peeped this you're live earlier, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, you came on yesterday or whenever, but I saw this picture as well. And yeah, that conversation right there is heavy.
Man, listen.
My question to you, brother Sabir, I kind of commented about Katt Williams yesterday. I don't have a weigh-in or horse in the race as far as whether he's speaking truth. To me, I think there was messages within the message. Like there was double talk in what he was saying when he was on Sugar Shay's show. But yeah, like it wasn't, for me, it wasn't a teachable moment. I felt like he was expressing himself, like whatever was going on in his life and just in the industry. But people already know about what's been going on in the industry. Like it shouldn't be news.
Can I share this with you? They really don't know. Trust me. Let me tell you something. If you know something, right? If you know, like, it's like me. I don't be around fake people. If I know you fake and phony, I'm not going to be around you. But if you know that this is not real, right? Why would you want to be around unless you want something? There's a book you should get. It's called, if I have it near me, it's called How to Run a Country. I'm going to share something with you. You should really, honestly, everybody on this feed should get this. This book is called How to Run a Country. And let me tell you what this says. It's a little blue book, and you could probably read it within 1 week. So the weird part, I bought this in DC years ago. But in this book, it said people do things because they want something from somebody. People submit themselves. I can quote it from the top of my head. People submit themselves to other people because they want something. It's that simple. So if you really read this book, and I bought this in Washington, D.C. at a bookstore not too far from the Capitol. So you think that the people in the Capitol don't know about this? So when Katt was saying what he's saying, it's stuff that I want to say to people, sister, but y'all would probably think I'm crazy. So you think I could sit in a room with any of these people and I don't know what the hell is going on? Do you think that I can sit with Stevie, sit with DL, sit with Eddie Griffin, be at Eddie Griffin's house or whoever, and you think I don't know what's going on? So if I came and told you this, you would think I'm crazy. Seriously. And the first thing that black people say, well, why don't you go get money from them? Why? That's stupid. See, this is the key that people don't understand. You don't go ask nobody for anything. Ice-T told you that before, because they're waiting for you to ask them for something. So when you ask them, they can say no. And that's all you wanted me for. Y'all don't get it? So you don't ask them for no money. You let them see your work. And then what happens, it doesn't matter when. And this is the thing that we don't understand. We want things tomorrow. I don't even use microwaves, but we want things in the microwaves. And that's what Katt Williams was saying. That's what he was talking about. So his experience, like my experience with Moors, it's not a pretty one. It's not pretty. Y'all think we all cool. You know how many backbiting, slandering ass Moors that's around me? You know how many Moors that don't like me because I can get up and you can get up and do the same thing and travel? So that will be my experience, right? So now, if you hear me, if you interview me on something like that, right? And I'm giving you my experience amongst Moors that smile in your face every damn day, but talk about you behind your back. And I don't talk about none of these cats behind their back. I would never say, no, you shouldn't get that person. What I say, you should go get that individual. That's what Katt was saying. Pay attention. So he's reading, if you can read between the lines of what he was saying.
Right. That's
you follow me?
Because he definitely was telling two messages at one time.
Yes, he was.
Like he definitely would repeat that.
I do the same thing. Because the reality is it's like with me, it's for those that know what I'm talking about, right? Because they're watching. Don't never sleep and think they're not watching. And then it's for those that don't know what I'm talking about. So now I'm gonna bring you into the light. So he's speaking to two different people. And when you're in this industry, you will understand how this works. So everybody says, oh, Sabir, you're all over. No, I'm not. You don't know who I'm talking to. It could be the hating Moors that be on my feed. Yes, I'm talking to them. So when you hear me say something, I'm speaking directly to them because I'm touching them. Right? So it's Moors that don't like me. It's conscious people that don't like me. But the key is I'm fine with it, but they would never have the balls to confront me. Remember when he stood up and said, in the room, boy, that's me. Remember when he stood up and said, if we in the same room together, you ain't. Because if I step in the room, heads goes down. That's the reality. So I understood clearly what he was talking about. And for me sitting with him, I understood that. I understood. And I don't ask questions, right? I watch people. So as I'm watching Katt as we together, I'm like, this nigga is really real, like real rap. This little short mother. And it was crazy as we were talking. It was real, but it was really crazy how these things went down. And this is why I say to you that it's people that surround me wait for something to run smooth. And then it was, I want to be friends. I'm cool with it. But nigga, you don't know me. That's why I get rid of numbers with people now. I have the same number for the past 24 years, sister. And all I do is block you. So nobody can say they can't reach me if you're cool with me. You follow me? And if I feel that you are cool with me, you will get my number. I don't do this celebrity third party bull crap. If you want to talk with me, you know how to talk to me. And most people can reach out to me. But also some people reach out to you because they want something. And when they get it, they disappear. And you turn around and say, yo, brother, I need X, Y, and Z. They be like, oh, I ain't got it, brother. You see what I'm saying? Just like the sister asked me today about how did y'all do this on a shoestring budget?
Shoestring budget. Yep, I saw that.
It wasn't even shoestring budget. It was random. It wasn't even random. It was like we did what we did. We're not getting $80,000. And if I talk like this, I'm bitching and I'm moaning. No, it's real. Because nobody's saying, yo, Sabir, I got you. It was one brother from Africa that did look out. I'm not gonna lie. He was like, yo, where you at? This dude told me to go to Western Union, nigga. I said, what? Like overseas. Straight up. He said, I want to bring you to my country. This is what he told me. He said, whatever you need, I got you. It wasn't not one more from the state said, yo, I got a couple thousand for you. Because when people don't realize, and somebody said, well, yeah, that's cool, but what about you? And that's why I told the sister, what about what you're doing? What are you doing? Because if I can sit back and take time out to do all these things and research it and not wiki research, you can do the same thing. That's just the reality. And this is why I said there is no coming together with our people. There is no unity with our people. So I don't even want to hear the unity talk. Well, brother, we got to come together and sing kumbayas. We don't want to come together and sing kumbayas.
Nah, them days is over. From 1960, whatever, that's a wrap.
Katt was telling you what was going on, fam. Listen, anybody knows. I don't have the money he had, but if I had it like him, I would do the same thing. But what he was doing, I put people in certain positions in this conscious community. And that's why Cameron would always tell me, don't keep promoting them, promote yourself. How many people actually promote me in this conscious community? You know what they say? They'll block me. When you share my videos, they block. But I'm still standing. And they're waiting for me. And that's why I test people. I'm gonna see how long you're gonna rock with me. Let's see. Let me see how long you're gonna rock with me. Because I'm gonna act stupid, dumb, broke, whatever. I'm gonna do all of it. Just to see. And that's why Katt said, I studied them for 30 years. You heard him say that, right? 30 years I studied them. And that's what I do with these Moors and these conscious people. And watch what, mark my words, they're going to be blowing me up. Like, yo, Sabir, could you come over here? Yeah, I'm be like, yeah. You got $5 grand? Well, he want money now. No, it's not that I want money. No, because I gave you YouTube's three hours every day, probably 2 times a day. I gave you free stuff. How many of y'all join my classes? There's one brother that's on my feed that join my classes every Sunday. Every Sunday. No problem. $65 every week. Right? But we'll sit here and say that it's supposed to be free. It's nothing free at all. Going to the airport, you're paying $6 for a bottle of water, regular water like this. So don't come to me talking about something's free. And again, I will take any of these conscious people's money. If you put me in a room with any of them, blindfold me, handcuff me, and watch how good I am. And I'm not going to argue over you. And this is what is happening with Katt. It's just that his experience. But when you hold things in, sister, what happens, it makes you sick. And that's what happens to most people. And you start drinking.
I definitely got that. I was like more psychoanalyzing the interview because that's what I got like as a takeaway as well, is that he's coming from a place of hurt. And it's like, it's hard, like for yourself as well. It's like, it's hard to be the person that's like halfway in, halfway out, because he's still got to dance with certain devils, but be above. And that's a lonely place.
It's very, let me tell you something. It is so lonely, sister. Like I'm glad I have children because I don't need niggas. I have my children. I love my children. I live my life. But it's to a point that imagine me going through what I go through with Moors. It's disappointing. It's so disappointing. I'm being real.
And that's a heartbreak right there. Just trying to rationalize. Yeah, very disappointing. Top hats off to you. Salute to you, because
I listen.
I couldn't. I don't have the patience. You got the patience of, they say, the patience of Job. I couldn't.
You know, ain't none of these more. We're not going to talk about Blog Talk and YouTube. That's all new. None of these Moors actually was at a radio station. Name one of them was at a radio station. We're not talking about Blog Talk. Blog Talk is something new. When we did this, not one of those Moors was at a radio station. Not one. You want to see my receipts on radio stations? These are called masters. This is just a little bit. These are mini discs. These are radio shows, cassette tapes, right? And there's many of these things. Show me one if they have been. Show me. Show me. These are many, right? So, of course, you're going to be disappointed, right? And that's what was going on with Katt. So, tell me which one. This is 2004. History of the Moors. I don't know if you can see it, but 2004, History of the Moors. 2004. There was none of these cats around. There was no podcasts or blog talks. Blog talk is not radio. None of that is. It's all new. These are many. So they'll get mad at this. So imagine being disappointed by your own people. That's what it was. So that's really what Katt was expressing. And when you turn around and hear someone repeat what you said, right? What you said, not they did the research, what you said, you'd be like, damn, dude, like, really? Are you for real? And they'll be like, no, don't get him. I'm going to say it because you know what? I represents the Moors, G. You don't represent no damn Moors. You represent your little clique. The hurt. Yeah, man, the hurt is from betrayal. And that's what I feel, bruh. I feel the betrayal with the Moors, fam. I'm going to be 100. And they're watching this video. They watching this video. And they know that I had a newspaper out. Which one of them had? I was the only one that did a documentary on Noble Drew Ali. None of them did one since that. Not one did a documentary since they love Noble Drew Ali so much. Where's their documentary at on Noble Drew Ali? You can punch in Sabir Bey in Noble Drew Ali and watch what pops up. Watch what pops up. Where's their newspapers at? I showed y'all my newspapers. Where? I didn't have the finances like that. I had young children. So where? You know what they'll say? Oh, you don't belong to the Moorish Science Temple. Nigga, I belong to my mother and my father. I don't belong to no damn groups, bro. I don't belong to no group. I belong to my mother and my father. That's who I belong to. And I don't worship no man. I worship my father and my mother. I don't worship men. And this is why I said you're blackballed even in this conscious community. That's what I'm talking about. So yes, I feel betrayed by our own people. Yes. But when the thing is running smoothly, they'll say, I want to get on board. I know that's Sabir Bey. Yeah, nigga. Nah, bro. Nah. The distraction, Katt Williams, conversation too much. Listen, y'all, you wouldn't even know anything about symbolisms. Symbols is around you every day. But this is how I felt, right? And that's what Katt was going through. And as I'm sitting there and everybody's asking me, sister, about Katt and asking me, you ain't saying, yo, Sabir, what can we do to make this better? How can we do this to make it better? So when I think it was my brother Ken or somebody asked me, how do I feel about Kevin Hart? I said, no, Kevin Hart, he's from Philly. I would never shit on Kevin Hart. He's my, we from Philly. Why would I do that? I'm not going to do that in the public's eye. Now, everybody has their own funny. Everybody has their own funny. Everybody's funny for somebody. So I would never doodle on Kevin Hart. Never do that. And that's what people love or people want to see. If you want to see something, y'all put up money and I'll go against any European or any of your black scholars. How about that part? If y'all really want to see something, let's do that one. Because I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I do the total opposite. And this is what is happening, sister, because the hurt is so real. The hurt is real. And that's all that brother was going through. He was just hurt. That's all. And people thrive off of it. So that's why he called Willie D. He called him Vlad. You see him on Willie D show what he called him Vlad? That's what's one over your head. That one over your heads. Y'all ain't see what he said that, huh?
Yeah, Willie D was questioning him, but because he was, well, I didn't see that part, but Willie D was asking him like,
called him
how if you're 13, if you're 12 years old, but you didn't, like, he was questioning, because I mean, I asked the questions because I'm like, I'll be damned if I was 13 years old leaving the Bronx and going up to Mount Vernon by myself. Like for him to be that young and then travel a whole, it's questionable. So there's certain things that I could see why Willie D was questioning him, but I mean, like the bottom line is that they it's all industry stuff. So
let me tell you something. Let me share this.
You got to chew the meat and spit out the bones.
I was sitting in Barcelona bus station. Listen to me, in Barcelona bus station by myself. This is before I started taking people over there. I ran across her brother. You talking about in the States? I ran across an African brother. I forgot what part of Africa he's from. He said at the age of 12, 13 years old, he crossed the ocean, my G, by himself, by his motherfucking side. I'm sitting in the bus station, and I put my laptop up right in the bus station. Now, if anybody ever been to Barcelona, y'all, I know some of y'all on the safe side of things, but you go to tourism. So I'm in the bus station. And I know Percy was there, Cameron was there. They know what this bus station looks like. And I told the story when I was over there. In the bus station, right? There was a brother that was homeless in the bus station. So he wanted me to buy him some food. He kept asking. So the guard at the gate, at the door, kept telling him to leave. And I said, no, he all right. So he comes over to me and he sits with me. And I had my laptop out, had my cell phone on the table. This is how crazy this was, because I don't get caught up in materialistic stuff. So I said, what do you want to eat? I said, well, go over there and pick whatever you want. And I'll go over there and pay for it. So he goes to the counter, he gets coffee, he gets danishes and croissants, all this. So I go to pay for it. And I left all my stuff directly on the table. The guard looking at me like I'm crazy because I left it there with him. But I got so cool with the young brother at the time, I think he was 21, but at 12 or 13 years old, this is the story he's telling me. He said at 12 or 13 years old, he was coming across the water. Negroes wouldn't do that today. You wouldn't. Listen, I caught a ferry. I caught a ferry from Tarifa. You can look up the distance from Tarifa into Morocco. So imagine as this young brother telling me this story of how he had to go through the deserts and he's damn near by himself at 12, 13 years old. And then he's coming across the water. And I said, now mind you, I fed him because he was feeding me. That's how it works. You see how that works? So as I'm sitting there with him and the guard asked me, you going to leave it there? Why not? If it's meant to go, it's meant to go. It's no longer yours. That's the mentality I have. If you lose something materialistic, you can get it back. Right? So this is how I was. So I felt the young brother's energy. So as he's talking to me, he's telling me his story. And he's telling me how long he's been in Spain and what he did and how they would take their passports when they come there. Negroes in the States are comfortable. So they would take their passports so they can't leave. And now what do you do when you're there? You got to fight. You got to work, right? So now you're working, right, to actually make a living. So this is what he's telling me. As a young dude, 21 years old, right? And we bitch and moan over here. We bitch and moan like, come on, you got everything at your fingertips. You have a computer at your fingertips. You know how much money you can make with the computer at your fingertips? So all this is happening, right? Because all of us has the mindset of Hollywood, because everybody wants to be in Hollywood. That's what it is. Now you can make all kinds of things with your stuff. So I can take what I do and go overseas, because they asked me to stay over there one time in Malacca. I was in Malta. I was in all these places. They said, oh, you should come over here and do radio. This is what they was telling me. But as I'm listening to this brother, and I gave him a pair of sneakers that I had, also brand new sneakers that I had. I said, yo, brother, what size you wear? We over here talking. And he's telling me the journey. So when Katt was telling Willie D that journey, I don't think Willie D went through that. And I don't think Willie D would want to have this conversation with me. You know why? Because niggas want to be soft. I don't give a damn how much y'all like these dudes. They want to be comfortable and they don't want to upset somebody. They can talk tough or act like they tough, but they are not. In real people like Katt, and what he said to him, you are Vlad. You ain't doing nothing different than what Vlad is doing. Because they pick and choose who they want on their shows. And that's what's going on. They pick and choose who they want on there. So yes, he's going to clown him. And that's the same way I would do to anybody that come at me. I will clown you. Clown the hell out of you. And I'm very sarcastic. So when you know a person's trying to play you, like Dave Chappelle said, I know when somebody's laughing at me and with me. There's a difference. Laughing at me and with me. And this is just the reality, because none of you Negroes want freedom. Y'all want entertainment, and that's what y'all getting. So he knows what you want, but at the same time, he's going to drop some bombs on you. And that's all Katt was doing. That's all he was doing. So when you can see through the bull with some of our people, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. We don't want to have no real intellectual conversations on no platform. We want to have soft talk. Oh, yeah, brother. Oh, you know, we were slaves, brother. That's our people. No real conversation. Why we ain't talk about Moors? Why we not talk about the Moors that was slaves at Harvard? How about that part? Let's talk about the Moor that was a slave at Harvard. Yeah. But you want to see what Sabir Bey, how Sabir Bey feels about Kevin Hart. That's what they want to know. How Sabir Bey feels.
And that's so low level for any, not for any, but that's really low level for them to approach you about it out of how many years you don't even talk like about entertainment like that. So that's like, why would they even ask you? That's just low level thinking. I'm sorry.
No, but I do talk about entertainment. It depends on what it is. I can go there with everybody.
Yeah, but this is like, I mean, I know it's a buzz thing, but it's like, it's kind of like beneath your intellect. Like you don't really go into the gossipy kind of thing. So for people to approach you and be like, oh, what do you think about that? Like, that's an insult on your intelligence.
But they always try to insult. Remember Malcolm X said this to the FBI agent? See, this is me. Malcolm X said, when the FBI asked him a question, he said, tell us something about the Nation of Islam. And Malcolm X said this, and maybe y'all learned something. Malcolm said, you will insult my intelligence. And then Malcolm said, no, you will insult your own intelligence not to know what I'm going to say in advance. And that's how I am. You would insult your own intelligence to not to know that your intelligence is not sharp enough to know what I'm going to say. So if you smart, right, this is why you don't see me on nobody's platform. Have y'all noticed that? You don't see me on none of these so-called, somebody brought up Brother Rich. Somebody brought up a lot of these people. Have y'all noticed you never see me on there? Have you noticed they never bring it up? Why wouldn't they bring me up on there? Now, there is one brother that's in the conscious community that y'all all watch. He called me a couple of days ago and asked me, Sabir, do you do interviews? I said, sure. So shout out to that brother. Only a few people know who I'm talking about, but you'll see me on it. And also shout out to my brother that's an actor. He asked me to come on his show. I can't say his name either because, you know, niggers like to throw a monkey wrench in all your programs. But I best believe it will be a particular podcast. So this is a picture, a throwback picture with Kevin Hart and us. You notice Kevin don't even dress like that anymore, if you notice that, right? That was us in New York.
That has to be in the 2000s.
Look at look at the way and I'm still dressing the same way. Kevin don't dress like that anymore. And that's my brother Harry next to him. Harry was Kevin Hart's writer when he would say, Harry, real, don't lie. That's Harry. So shout out to the brother. So again, I've been around these cats for so long, man, and I've seen so much and I've heard so much. And again, man, like I'm really working on trying to see how, and I don't want to say try, how we can get this thing done, but it's up to y'all. If you think you can test me, try me. He told Willie D, you're the worst interviewer. See what I tell you, and then said thank you. Told you, because Willie D is not he's not an interviewer, man. Willie D is not.
No, he's a rapper.
All he did, he got most of these people. Listen to me clearly, people. The reason why these people are where they're at is because of what they have done. The reason why most people that y'all see on social media is because they link to a group. If you in the Nation of Islam and you got a following, you're going to have a lot of followers. Did that make sense? Yeah. If you in the Nation of Islam. So the only reason why certain people have a following, if I'm wrong, check me. I'm fine. I'm a grown man. I could take the hurt. That's why they have a following. It's because of that. So if you have a following, right, just like Shannon Sharp, find out who's the dude was behind Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp played football. You don't get it? He played football. I can run down a whole line with this. But if I'm showing you knowledge in books, you'll say, oh, no, Sabir, we don't want that. You know why? It'll make Negroes think. This is J.A. Rogers, Superman the Man. How about this? Let's empower people to do this. This is J.A. Rogers, Nature Leads. Let's go. Let's empower some people. Let's empower people.
I'm always promoting 100 Amazing Facts thanks to you by J.A. Rogers.
J.A. Rogers, Africa's Gift to America, not black. Your history, J.A. Rogers. Let's go down. Let's promote this. Let's get it popping. Hold up. Come on. Let's get J.A. Rogers popping. Nature knows no color line. 100 Amazing Facts about the Negro. Come on. This ain't me playing sports, B. But we don't want this. But you let somebody sell you a slave narrative or the white supremacy narrative or some type of craziness. So we ain't done yet. Let's go get J.A. Rogers. Let's get J.A. Rogers, Sex and Racist. And actually, he has another one down there. I don't feel like pulling it out. It's called Great Men of Color. These are called Sex and Racist. All volumes. Sex and Racist. Hold up. That's another one over here too. I got extra copies too. So here with me. It's volume 1, 2, and 3. Anything you want to know about your identity will be right here. Before there was an internet. With all the technology we have today, we are more dumber. We got smartphones and dumb people. Picture that one. Smartphones, dumb people. So what are we talking about with identity? What are we talking about? You didn't catch what he was saying about identity? You don't get it? What was he talking? What is the identity of black people? But everybody's from the Nation of Islam, brothers like Ben X and them. Oh yeah, he said we lost our identity. What is the identity of black people? Come on, talk to me for a minute. What is the identity of black people? Oh, Sabir, you digging too deep. I'm just asking a simple question. What is the identity of black people? I'll wait. But y'all missed that part. But everybody's floating around this one particular part of what Katt Williams said about identity.
Well, that right there is a misnomer, isn't it? Because you can't say what's black and identity, because isn't black the color?
It doesn't exist. So what Katt was trying to tell you, if you know anything about on Napoleon, and when he was shooting off the noses, just think about this part. Imagine Katt Williams and I in a room together, and we talking about that particular subject. Which just imagine. We listen, majority of you black people that's running around here are dressed just like a European, just like a European. Your suit and tie is not African. The suit and tie is not African. And even if you're a foundational black American, what is the culture and the dress code of a foundational black American? What is the dress code? Somebody talk to me. And this is the crazy part about our people. We will justify why and say, well, brother, we created that. Negroes, you ain't create nothing. Let me explain. You blacks ain't create nothing. Let me explain this, okay? The silk and the linen come from the Moors. The silk and the linen come from the Moors. Factology. Facts. So when I was in Philadelphia, right, I was sitting in a Starbucks. This was years ago. And you seen the attorney dude come on my feed. And he used to sit back. He turned pink because he got so mad at me. Let's get these likes up, y'all, please. At least y'all can do that for me. Let's get the likes up on YouTube. He got so frustrated with me, right? He gets into this rant and he goes in and getting mad at me and saying, well, he said, you black people think you invented everything. I said, black people didn't invent nothing. I said, tell me what you invented. Tell me what anything that a white person invented, except the patent office. But anyway, the patent office. Tell me what they invented.
So-called black person's patents and make it their own.
No, but they created the Negro too. They created the black man. Okay. So I'm sitting in Starbucks and the dude getting agitated with me, right? He's getting pissed. He's looking around. I said, you name one thing that you invented. Does your Cash App show you up on? Yes, it's my daughter, Sabir Bay Radio. Yes, it's my daughter on there too. Yes, it says Sabir Bay Radio. So the crazy part was he got so freaking mad at me. And he said, why? He said, I said, name something that y'all invented. He looked at the stoplight. I said, no, that comes out of Ethiopia. Red, gold, and green. That's Ethiopian colors, which we are Ethiopians too. So he said, well, this is exactly what he said. But why does Farrakhan, he called him Farrakhan, right? He said, why does Farrakhan wear an Italian suit? I said, no, the silk and the linen come from the Moors. And you took it and y'all fashioned it into a suit. Am I making sense? They fashioned it into a suit and put their name on it like you put your name on Negroes. He got mad. I said, I wear nothing that's European. He looked at my sneakers. I don't know if I had Adidas or Pumas on, but I'll give y'all the breakdown on both of them, okay? So Adidas has the flower on it. Am I lying? Y'all know the flower, right? The flower that's on the sneaker. Do y'all know what that is? The flower on the sneaker? Come on, talk to me for a minute. What is the flower on the sneaker?
Is it a lotus?
No, it's a DC. It's a DC Baba. It means new flower. That's what Adidas is. A DC Baba means new flower. It's in Ethiopia. So what they did is they changed the words around just a little bit. Adisi Baba, which means new flower. And the Puma is the line of Judah. Judah. Puma is the line of Judah. And DC Baba, which means new flower. So he's getting pissed now. He's getting mad as hell because he can't get to me. And I told him when I was sitting there with him, if I told you to go back to where you come from, where would you go back to? This motherfucker went crazy. Nigga, I'm very sarcastic and I can be funny as hell. So I said, well, if I told you to go back to where you came from, where would you go back to? See, black folks are cry when they say stuff like that. Oh man, he told me to go back to Africa. No. Hammer time. Where would you go back to? Do you know that the number system is Arabic? Do you know that alcohol is Arabic? Do you know that soccer is Arabic? Do you know that all of these things are Arabic? And I'm sitting with him in Philadelphia, right? In Philly. And I told him this. I said, look up the word Phila in Phila. I told him, look up these words, right? I told him, look up this word. I said, do you even know where Philadelphia come from? Phila is Aleph, which is Aleph Lam Lid. It's Arabic. Aleph Lam Lid or Phila. The P will be the F. So he's getting pissed. He's getting pissed at me now, and he just called now. This is what he calls me. He calls me the agitator now. he called me. No, he don't say the instigator. He calls me he said the agitator. Like he said, because this, and he was an older brother. But I want y'all to hear me. And these are the people that they put out here to you, because you don't go no goddamn when you sit on Instagram. Oh, yeah, man, I seen it on Instagram. Well, I want the Wikipedia. It didn't say it, but I do know that. Oh, Wikipedia can edit. He got pissed at me. So even down to the Dutch, none of these Negroes smoking a Cuban cigar. You smoking Dutch cigars. You won't find a Cuban cigar in the United States. None. And the Dutch been smoking niggas since when? 1492. The Dutch been smoking Negroes since 1492. 1492. One more again. You see that? 1492. And 1492. One more again. We don't want these types of conversations. The Dutch been smoking niggas since 1492, and y'all still don't get it. But you let these people say, well, I taught school since 19 such and such and such and such, but you still have that colonized mindset because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. And that's all Katt was really doing. That's what he was doing. He's telling you. So you can't sit around Sabir Bay and not know this information. And this is why most people go and get in, whether you want to believe it or not, they are intimidated by me. But let me go here for a second, okay? Let's do this real fast. Let's listen to the Farrakhan for a second. Y'all want to hear something funny? Let's listen to Farrakhan for a minute. 1983. And they still don't get it.
You dress in the garment of kings. You adorn your head with wisdom. Why? Because you are the people of Almighty God. And you should walk proudly like kings and queens, not in a symbolic way, but in a very real way. All praise is due to Allah.
Most people in the nation don't get this.
Everybody all right? Let's go down a little deeper. Now, beloved,
and he brought up Farrakhan.
Losing names that connect us to God. We take on the names of our slave master, as it is written in the book of Daniel. Daniel says that there were certain men that were seen in the East that were skilled in wisdom and mathematics, and they could stand in the presence of the king. They had names: Daniel, Hananiah, Azariah, Mishael. Is that right? That's right. And Daniel. They were brought out of their own place and brought into Babylon. Babylon, as you know, was an ancient city of confusion and deep corruption. And wherever you have confusion, there's darkness.
Where we at?
And wherever you have corruption, there is darkness.
Where we at?
So coming from Jerusalem to Babylon, they came to a city of darkness and corruption. Is that right? The richest city of that day. But the wicked king wanted to change their names, wanted to change their learning. Is that right? And change their tongue and give them to eat a portion of the king's meat, a kind of meat that they never ate when they were at home among their own people, worshiping their own God. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. And so the king changed their name to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Is that right? Right. Now, do you think that the Caucasian people went to Africa to get people who were swinging in trees?
To build your
How
city.
could people who swang in trees
Build your city.
build their cities, build their town, teach them how to cook, sew for them, build their mansions? It seems to me they got a mason. It seems to me they got hold of a builder. It seems to me they got hold of a daughter of the mystic shrine. It seems to me they got hold of a star out of the east.
And you got Negroes in the
and
lodge.
they wanted to bring these children of the Most High God into a state of degradation so that they could mock God by mocking the people of Almighty God. Now you read of Daniel looking backward, but what's the sense of reading Daniel looking backward when the Bible is a living book? It is a book of yesterday to teach us all about today. Because if the Bible is only about yesterday and not good for today, then we don't need it. But all of you that are good Christians, you know the Bible is a relevant book. And if the Bible is a relevant book, then what happened in Daniel's day is pointing to what's happening in 1983. Is that right? Now, where do you find people that lost their name, that lost their language, that have taken on a different learning and are eating a strange meat? There they are. Right here in the Western Hemisphere. There they are. Mrs. Whitehead. Think about a name like that. Mrs. Whitehead. Certainly your hair will grow white if you live long enough. But that's not a name of God. Mr. Wolf. That's awful. For us to be named after the creatures when we are the children of the Creator. Isn't that something? They gave us names. Mr. Bunch. Mr. Tally. Mr. Woodcutter. Mr. Fish. Mr. Hall. Mr. and Mrs. Roundtree.
I'm from the old school Nation of Islam, baby. I don't play with this stuff that they're doing today.
How come we are not in the culture of the wisdom that you have on your head?
The fezzes.
The wisdom that you have on your head is the wisdom of your father. It's not a strange thing to you. You're not a Muslim son. Even though you're in the highest lodge or the highest degree, you are yet not a Muslim son. You are the Father himself. You didn't hear me. I'm going to say it again. You're not the son. You are really the Father. And Caucasian people who are in the Scottish Rites, they know who you are. Caucasian people who are Shriners and Masons, they know more about you, unfortunately, than you know about yourself. And that's why they continue to rule.
What the cat tell you? They know.
No, man. Are you listening? I hope you listen.
What's the cat trying to tell you?
Because look, if you got an equal degree to the other Caucasians who have an equal degree of this high wisdom, how come you don't rule equally? Can a man, listen, can a man of superior wisdom be ruled by a man of inferior wisdom?
So why people run around talking about white supremacy? Oh, y'all better share this. I told you I go toe to toe with anybody with this. Let's go. How? I don't talk white supremacy.
Then if we are continuing under the yoke of our oppressor and we have degrees of knowledge equal to what he has, and yet he rules us, then there's something that he knows about us that we don't know about ourselves. And that is why they don't want you to integrate the lodge. You keep this separate. You didn't hear me. You did not hear Brother Farrakhan. You integrate the schools. You integrate the toilets. You integrate hotels and motels. But when it comes to banks,
listen,
when it comes to Wall Street, when it comes to big bucks, when it comes to this brother's business, you stay in your place. And when it comes to the ancient order of the nobles of the mystic shrine, you got yours and I got mine. And I'll say what I say in mine and give you the same handshake, the same signal, and you swear we're brothers, but I'll end up ruling you with a black tassel on your head. Mine is tied down and yours is tied down, but it seems you got more freedom of movement with your tassel than I got with mine. Something is wrong somewhere, beloved. And what I want to say to you tonight, as your brother-in-law and your brother-in-love, that we need to stop pursuing the symbol and start pursuing the reality.
So listen, And the fez that you wear on your head is called a mortarboard. You call it a cap and gown. Everything comes from our ancestors, Muslim or Moors. Everything comes from us. So please, if you want to test me, you better research the hell out of Sabir before you try me, B. I don't belong to nobody's clique, but you better pay attention.
And the reality is behind the sign and behind the symbol in the desert.
In the desert.
In the desert, there is no cloud.
Come on, let's go hit that link.
What makes the cloud? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it is the sun and the moon drawing the water up from the earth in a fine mist that the naked eye can hardly detect. And as this mist forms a cloud, winds carry that cloud over a dry, dead earth. And then the cloud breaks and the water falls. And then coming up from the earth, you have vegetation. In the desert, there are not those water clouds. And so generally, the desert does not bloom. We are in a dry place. And the people with whom we come in contact are just like that granulated stone. Hard people.
That's black people.
You know, you walk on sand, it feels easy to your feet. But when somebody takes sand and rubs it on your skin with no water in it, it'll take your skin off. The way we live in America, we are walking among hard-hearted people, stiff-necked and rebellious people to the way of God. Listen, beloved, you're in a desert and you're seeking life and water and light in the desert. Now, when they brought our fathers into America, they hit us in the head. Is that right? You can tell we've been hit in the head. You don't have to be no scholar or scientist to look at black folk and say somebody hit those people.
Pay attention. Y'all are guilty. A lot of you on this feed is very guilty of it.
Dear beloved pastors, when we preach the Good Samaritan, look at how Jesus described us. A certain man was traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho. Jerusalem is a city that means that the name Jerusalem means founded in peace. Jericho, again, was a city of confusion. Anything that has peace in it and harmony and brotherhood, the light of God is present. When you find confusion and darkness, the light of God is absent. Here's a man traveling, and the book says he went down from Jerusalem to Jericho. Because when you go from peace to confusion, you're not going up, you're going down. When we left home, back home, where these fezzes symbolize, you left peace. And you stepped down, yes, into a Rolls Royce, down, yes, into a Cadillac, down into a Mercedes Benz, down into a $100,000 home. But what is it if you're a nigger in a Rolls Royce? No respect in a Rolls Royce, no production in a Rolls Royce, then you just a nigger with a Rolls Royce, and the white man made the Rolls Royce. You buy it from him. You buy the gas from him. You buy the clothes from him. You buy the diamonds from him. What are you producing for yourself? Nothing. Why? Because you don't really have the light. You are still groping in the darkness, and you need the light. Beloved, I'm not knocking. These are good things to have. I love them too. But I don't want to have them in ignorance. I want to have them and know their purpose. I am a child of the divine supreme being, and I deserve the best that is in his creation. Why shouldn't I have the best when I...
So what is the purpose of you having a car, people? What is the purpose of we having the things that we have? And the things that you want will get you more in debt. And if you pay attention again to what Katt Williams was saying, he's tried to tell you the things that you want. We want shortcuts. Now, remember he was talking about that, sister? He's talked about the shortcuts, right? Remember all the stuff that he was saying about shortcuts. Right. That's what the point is. We don't want this type of conversation, sis. We don't want this, because if I'm in the room, this is what you're going to get. Let's move forward. Let's go.
Walked in darkness. The people that walked in darkness have seen what? A great light. Upon them hath the light shined. Is that right? The glory of God is risen upon them. What is the glory of God? The majesty of his wisdom will be seen rising up among a dead people in the last days. Do you know why we're called Negroes?
It means dead.
They say it means black.
Same thing.
In Spanish.
See?
How come I can't call you black in English without getting a fight? But I can call you Negro in Spanish. In Spanish. Seen rising up among a dead people in the last days. Do you know why we're called Negroes? They say it means black. In Spanish. How come I can't call you black in English without getting a fight? But I can call you Negro in Spanish and we get along fine. Silly. Certainly it means black, but not black in terms of color. When you say negro zapato, that means black shoe. It refers to an inanimate object.
So how much more can I give you this? Seriously,
Welcome to.
how much more can I actually explain this to people? This is the most craziest thing ever. So when Katt is explaining these things, right? And again, Willie D and them don't want to have this type of conversation. Maybe my brother that I told y'all about, he'll open me up with his audience and I'll do it diplomatically on his show. It's gonna be dope. Everybody knows this actor too. So it's gonna be kind of cool to actually be on his show, for me to do what I gotta do and put it out there. But it's a lot, sis. But let's get into this thing right here with Katt Williams. Give me 1 second. Let me show you how crazy this was. Listen up. Is it here? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, let me see if I can find that video. And I want y'all to see. This is the famous thing that everybody keep putting out here, sister. Look. Now listen to this. Let's get these likes and hearts up, y'all. Let's go.
Just one that has the connection with the sheep, which allows the sheep who has a brain about that small.
Okay, let me explain this to y'all. You heard what he said about the sheep, sister? Let me explain this to you, how this go. You know what America means? A means no, mer is Latin, and ka means sheep. A is no, mer is Latin, ka is sheep. So it's no mercy for the sheep. What did he just tell you about the mind of the sheep? You think I'm playing? Do the knowledge on America. Even though if you want to take America and say Amir, but if America is A means no, mer is Latin, ka is the sheep. So if there's no mercy for the sheep. So if you can read between the lines, sister, he's trying to tell y'all stuff. You don't get it? Only a person that is aware that can catch that and is not afraid to tell that can see what's going on. And this is why they give you all the stuff they give you. Okay? This is why they give it to you. Let's move forward. All right? A means no, ka, mer, Latin, ka, sheep. So there's no mercy for the sheep. So let's go back.
But in real time, being the leader of yourself gets you nothing. The people demand to be led regardless. There's not 13 shepherds and all these sheep. Why? Because it's unnecessary. Just one. Just one that has the connection with the sheep, which allows the sheep who has a brain about that small to be able to just focus on eating grass and not worry about falling off a cliff. We have the desire as humans to be led. We want to be led into battle. We want to be led into the football game. This is all because this is how we are wired. The cheerleaders and the pomp and circumstance, that goes back to the times of first humanity, because we do need that.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about a myriad of leaders. You're not just talking about a single individual.
Right.
And I see a lot of people just be sitting back waiting on a Messiah. They're waiting on
Right.
that one person.
But they are too, though.
Who's that?
The other side is far more diligent about looking for that
Yes, they are.
Messiah than
Yes,
we
they are.
because they know where to look.
See?
You probably wonder, why do white people pay so much attention to black people?
Listen.
If they don't like them. You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it? I don't pay attention to things I don't like.
What's the answer?
The answer is the liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer is over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still going to be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer.
You don't get it?
Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity.
Listen.
That's just why they chopped those noses off of the Pharaoh and the Sphinx in Egypt in the first place, is because without this nose, we can tell you this is whoever it is.
There you go.
But with that nigga nose, it can only be niggas. Why would somebody vandalize a whole face and only vandalize one part? Nobody wanted to knock an eye off or take an ear off or no chins missing. Nope, just the nose. Because it's a brand.
Okay, so let me explain it to you. Now, I hope you comprehend, sister, what he said. Now, I don't think nobody did a thorough breakdown like this at all. I don't think nobody did a thorough breakdown of the way I'm doing this. So let me take it. Remember he said about you don't pay attention to people that you're not interested in. Let me take you to J.A. Rogers real fast, okay? Let's go to J.A. Rogers' work. What J.A. Rogers said what they look like, okay? Let's find what J.A. Rogers said. How Europeans would paint themselves so they can look past for Moors. Please tell me I got it in here. Here you go. So if they didn't care about you, why would they do this? This is why it's mandatory for y'all to have these books like J.A. Rogers. This is from Nature Knows No Color Line. Let's blow this up for a second. So I'm going to walk you through all of this. White people blacken their faces. Remember I told you we're talking about the identity, right? White people blacken their faces, right? Not only for the Moorish dance, but because of the attraction of dark skin. That's from David McRitchie, but this is Nature Knows No Color Line. Many British people of fair complexion was accustomed to blackening their faces artificially that they might better pass for Moors. What was he trying to tell you? But you don't want to hear this type of conversation, Willie. So Queen Anne of England and her ladies blackened their faces in arms to the elbow. Moorish blood. But yet we keep talking about identity. Y'all don't want to hear this conversation about identity. This is Nature Knows No Color Line. So what was he saying? Wow. He said what? Why would they pay attention? And today they have tanning booths out here today. They got tanning booths. So why would they try to look like us if they didn't like us? You know why? Because they know the history. They know exactly who every last one of you black people are. Okay, so those people are Moors, and this is why the dudes like Tariq and them is the misleading people. They're the problem. They're the problem because there is no black race out here. Okay, there is no black race. But see, I can sell. Remember, I told you about the sheep, right? That's what Tariq knows. He's like a Pied Piper with this motherfucker with y'all. He know how to mislead the hell out of all of y'all, and y'all go for it. You looking for a white man to do it? No, you got your own people that's doing it. If I'm wrong, please share it out. I've been an hour and 19 minutes on here. If I'm wrong, tell them to bring it to the cipher. Okay? So when you see these things, and as he's speaking, let's go here. This is another book by J.A. Rogers. This is 100 amazing facts about the Negro. But we ignore this. The most ancient names for the so-called black people are Nisu or Nubian, Ethiopian, and more from ancient Egypt. Come on, talk to me again. Who was over there? But you can show, and this is why I said you can show these black people all of this, and they'll go right back to sleep. And none of these dudes will show you no motherfucking facts and say, well, brother, we didn't call ourselves Moors. If that be the case, then we damn sure didn't call ourselves black people. That's a fact. And black and African is not synonymous. It is not a synonymous term. But you will argue with someone and say that we didn't call ourselves Moors, but yet you didn't call yourself black. Make it make sense. I told you, if you blindfold me on any given Sunday with whoever it is and handcuff me and put me on their panel, watch how this go. So, if this is in a book that was before our parents were born, why is not being talked about? Why? And when it says black and colored, like white, on the other hand, European words. Ethiopian and Moor was properly used to describe the so-called blacks until the 1500s. Why are we not having this? And this is why I don't give a damn how many degrees you have in no college. Your degrees don't mean nothing at all. If you're offended because I said it, it's meant to offend you. Because you're not being educated in these schools, you're being indoctrinated in these schools. You're being indoctrinated. And this is what is happening. So when Katt was trying to tell you about the identity, that's what he's, and this is just me, you know, some people say things certain ways for people. Even Ye tried to tell y'all this. Ye was trying to say it. He tried it, but he can't articulate it. So I know some of these cats is watching in the background. They can jump on his feed if they feel free or set it up. Let's go here for a second. Let's go to J.A. Rogers' 100 Amazing Facts again about the Negro. Not this fake one they got out here. They made a fake Henry Louis Gates version of this. Black and color, on the other hand, has no historical meaning whatsoever for African people. Black is from the Anglo-Saxon B-L-A-E-C, which has the most horrible meaning. Oh my God. Woo! Hey, Fox, I don't get paid enough for this. I don't.
Not at all.
Because this is very, very simple for me. And when you are good at what you do, it flows. It flows.
That book should be in every public school
household
in the United Snakes of America.
Hold up. Listen, John Henry Clark said, people in power will never teach the powerless how to take power from them. To do that, that would be insane. People in power would never teach people how to take power from them. That's why Katt was talking about the sheeple. Oh, y'all like the sheep. But this is the one you should have too. 100 Amazing Facts about the Negro. Not Henry Louis Gates.
I have that one, but the cover is different. But it's not the Henry Louis Gates one. It's Henry got Louis a picture Gates. Of.
Man, this dude then turned this whole motherfucker around. Nigga, I was in the store. I said I wouldn't even buy that book. I looked at it. I said, man, this nigga. And they got a book. This brother online got a book called 100 Amazing about the black. So I was like, dude, what is wrong with these people? Why? Listen, Lord be my witness. I want y'all to all share this out right now. If you have Twitter, please tweet this out 1,000,000 times. Real Sabir Bey is my Twitter. Real Sabir Bey. I'll type it in here. Or X,
because they want to hijack the narrative. So as long as they can keep changing from colored Negro back to black, back to colored, you'll be none the wiser. You'll be none the wiser.
You're the sheeple. And that's what's going on, sis. They're the sheep. And this is why Europeans can do stuff like this. And they will finance them. Watch this. Let me show you something. What Europeans do. But I tell you, I'm over there, right? But yet, you don't want to say, yo, I'll give Sabir the money to do it. Look, listen to this.
Ferdinand's and Isabella's victory.
Look at this. That's a beautiful place too, y'all, for the record.
The year is 1492. Christopher Columbus is about to embark on his world-shattering voyage to the Americas. And on his way to the coast, he stops off here at Granada. He's the honoured guest at a ceremony hosted by the King and Queen of Spain, Ferdinand and Isabella.
That's Granada right there. I know this place like the back of my hand.
They are celebrating a grand
He went
victory.
to pick up some Moors is what
Up
he
until this
went to
day,
do.
Granada had been ruled by Muslims. But Isabella has managed to wrestle control from them.
Ferdinand and Isabella's victory marks a turning point for Spain and for Europe.
He said what?
The Middle Ages are over, and the West is about to
No, I
embrace
was
a
saying he
new
was
epoch
picking
of
up some
power and discovery.
Moors.
Look.
We
They
tend
knew how to
think of this as
travel.
the
He
beginning of an
didn't.
era. In fact, it's the climax of a
They'll spin the
forgotten
narrative and
chapter
make
in
you
European
think Christopher
history.
Columbus knew how to
The
navigate all
rise
the
and
way
fall
across.
of Islam in the West.
Imagine we got 100 grand.
It was Rudyard Kipling who wrote, "East is east and west is west, and never the twain shall meet." And it's a worldview that still has currency today. Islam and Christianity seem to have become ideological monoliths, citadels whose gates are firmly closed to one another. But they haven't always...
Even their terminologies, like they have citadels, right? You have citadels in California, citadels in certain places. All that is Islamic. Citadels, they're like cities. Okay.
lived such separate lives. In the year 711 AD, Muslim forces invaded Spain and created a society so rich and so powerful, it was the envy of the known world. This wasn't the...
Stop this. This is where people get this from. They invaded Spain. How was it Spain when Spain wasn't Spain until 1492? Let's rewind that back. Do y'all catch it? Spain was not Spain until 1492. So how did they invade Spain? And the Visigoths said the people that was there was dark or black. Oh, y'all don't get this, man.
Rigid, ferocious Islam of our imaginations, but a progressive, sensuous, intellectually curious culture that for a number of spine-tingling years looks set to sweep through the whole of Europe. It is an incredible story, but one that has been systematically written out of history.
Look, here you go. That's Seville.
After the Catholic monarchs took over the city of Granada, they began to destroy all evidence that the Muslims had ever been in Spain.
Yep.
In the following century, the Spanish authorities persecuted and expelled 300,000 Muslims and burned as many as 1 million Arabic books. This was an astonishing act of ethnic cleansing. It put an end to a civilization which had flourished in Spain for 700 years. These people have become known as the Moors. Propaganda, sparked by the Crusades, has given us an enduring image: the diabolical Moor, a dark-skinned, savage, alien enemy. But this character is a complete invention and tells us nothing about who these people really were.
Let's go back. What'd she say? Go back. Okay.
Propaganda, sparked by the Crusades, has given us an enduring image: the diabolical Moor, a dark-skinned, savage, alien enemy. But this character is a complete invention and tells us nothing about who these people really were.
Say what? Crusade. Come on, baby.
Now, archaeologists and historians are starting to piece together the real story of the Moors in Spain. They're uncovering the remains of hidden cities, discovering the role of Muslims in the revival of the classics, and decoding the meaning of Islamic buildings. A fascinating picture has emerged.
I'm going to use this new research to explore what happened
I don't
when
want to get my
East met
page
West
blocked.
in Europe.
I just want y'all to see this. Okay. So I'm going to take you into Seville for 1 second. Okay. Bear with me. In the Alcazar.
Samir, I was gonna say that it wasn't even called Spain, and it wasn't even one kingdom. It was Castile and Aragon, two different kingdoms.
This is the Alcazar right there. When you see me holding the book in my hand, what does it say? The Moors in Spain. This is the Alcazar. That's me in Seville. Right there. So this is what you will see. The whole time I'm here, right? The whole time I'm here. Like I'm going in with this. I had to travel light this time, but I was like, this is the Alcazar. It's called the real Alcazar in Seville. So it's a whole story. Our second part of the documentary that we're doing is going to be, I believe we're doing Seville. I think he's doing Seville right now. You know, I believe he's doing Seville, if I'm not mistaken. But all of this information, let me just take you somewhere real fast. So when you read certain books, Fox, this is what you're going to get. Give me 1 second. Did I do it? Hold up. Let me see something.
There's this, I think it's a book. Anyway, it's Sweeney Todd, but they called him the Barber of Seville. But the wordplay, he was supposed to be like this, like a Jack the Ripper in England back around those times. But they call him the Barber of Seville. So isn't that like Berber?
Yes.
Was the Berbers in Seville? Is that the same?
Yes, it's the same, because you got to understand it's always connected as one.
Wow, they try to make it look like he's wow, that's crazy. I digress.
I'm trying to pull something up. Give me 1 second. I thought I had it on here, but give me 1 second. I'm going to show you something. 4820. 1 second. Here we go. So let me just show you something from this book. I got so many videos when I was over there, sis. It's pathetic. So let me show you this. So look at this. So look at what it says in this book right here about what the Visigoths said they look like. According to the Brocautes, the Visigoths called the indigenous population of Spain black. Now, mind you, they never used the word black over there. It was Negro, never black. So it tells you to characterize the Moor, Spanish, M-O-R-O-S, Moor, M-O-R-S, i.e. Berbero, or Arab population of North Africa. This is how you do research. And you cross-references, not just going on Wikipedia trying to find stuff, but you cross-reference everything. You go into the books and you find them. So and then you go to the particular places. Here you go. This is in this book, The Non-Jewish Origin of Sephardic Jews. We don't want this type of conversation, though. Oh, we don't want this conversation. Why do you think I'm over there doing what I was doing, sis? I was over there I had books on top of books. That's why when you watch that video when we was over there, I had books on top of books on top of books. And I'm saying I'm going to go to every last one of these particular places. Even over there, certain places, I forgot how much they wanted just to film in that motherfucker. We was trying to get around that. Shout out to Chris. So it is so much that I can talk about with people. It's so freaking much that we can build on. But the thing about our people, brother, and all these Moors that's making these things up, they be wanting stuff for free. And they'll study this video and never say, well, brother, what do you need to make it work? So this is where I was at. Again, this is the Alcazar in Seville. And I'm in there having conversations. The person that's taking my picture, I stood there with them and actually had a whole conversation with them about the Moors. And guess what they said? They said, we know. We know. We know. I do one-on-ones, but I do classes every Sunday. Email me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. And I want to come to different cities to actually do a before 1492 tour, but I know I got to get up a couple of thousand to make it work. And if somebody got a budget, but if I get it, I'll actually do it myself. Okay, but I can't be doing it on empty pockets. It's not going to work that way with me. But my email is right there, Sabir Bay Radio. Y'all should reach out to different people. But this is a crazy, beautiful place, yo. This is not the Alhambra. This is in Seville, the Alcazar. And all in his writings on this wall is it's a certain form of Arabic. I believe it's called Kufic Arabic, if I'm not mistaken. We need you in Kansas City. Let's get it popping in Kansas City then. Let's get it. I see somebody on Instagram said we need to get it in Kansas City. I'm game. I'm so game.
My son was watching Dracula Untold on Netflix. And so I was passing by and I was like, oh, I remember that movie. That's good. So I started telling him a little bit about the backstory. And I'm not as worldly or book savvy as you, but I was trying to explain to him that it was more of a religious battle and like territory, and I'm like, Dracula is really Vlad the Impaler, who was part of the Turks. I'm like, that's that whole Ottoman war and stuff. And my son is sitting there and he's like, word, Ma? He was like, so the whole Dracula thing, I'm like, that's the psyops. They don't want you to know the truth, so they scare you with the boogeyman. They scare you with this vampire story behind the real
story. Everything is their stories to keep you away from them. That's all they have to do is scare you with your own stuff. My brother Ken said, let's get it popping in Kansas. So I don't even know if you know this person, brother, but she's right. I don't know if it's a he or she. I just said it, but they're in Kansas. So if you in Kansas, hey brother, if you want to give them your information on here, brother Ken, or you can come on and tell them, let's make it happen. I mean, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I really am. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's the conscious black people that has a problem with Sabir Bay. Shout out to my brother Narayan. What's up, bro? So it's our people that has the problem. It's our people. So when you see me move the way I'm moving for a reason. And I'm trying to say, okay, help me out. Let's get this thing popping. So even if y'all want to get this, y'all, this is the gear. Let's get the 1492 gear popping. You don't have Sabir Bay on the sleeve. It's not legit. Okay. Good quality. Okay. But y'all could just say, yo, what's up? All right. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, brother Ken. Hey, Ken, they said they're in Kansas City, Missouri. Listen, if y'all email me, I can email brother Ken, or I can call brother Ken with your information. So email me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. And I'll give it to brother Ken. This is in Morocco, and that's my brother Muhammad. Shout out to him. He was taking all the photos of me, and he showed me how to actually make the Berber tea. And you see,
that's one of my place, like my dream place to go is Morocco.
Listen, but I bought these glasses, but I got these for sale too. I bought a bunch of these little small glasses. I bought that too back when I was over there. So that's in Marrakesh though, but I stay in Tangiers too. So it's, again, man, it's a lot of history that needs to be told, but we have to have people behind us to put up this money and make it work. Or y'all can set it up and I'll take all their money, all the conscious people's money. How about that part? Okay. So the shirts will be ready. And this is the beautiful Alhambra. And it's a story behind this also. And it's a story behind the Alhambra too. And if you look at the top,
in Ethiopia?
Where?
Oh, I'm thinking of what's that place that it's like, it looks like a cross.
No, that's,
but you can
Alhambra.
go.
That's the Alhambra.
Okay.
No, this is the
I
Alhambra.
think it's either in Ethiopia or it's in Eritrea. Was it that other place next
Eritrea.
to it? Yeah, it has like it's not a church, but it's like where they went to worship. But it's like,
no,
yes, that's not.
I don't know what
this
it's
is
called, but I know what this is talking about. That's where they
Lalibela.
the Ark of the
Yeah.
Covenant from a few years ago.
But this
Okay,
is
so that's not it. Okay.
This is
That's beautiful still.
right here. This is Arabic. All this is Arabic right here. at the top. That's Mary at the top. So this is the justice. It's a whole story behind this particular door. And again, I'm gonna be doing when I do the tours. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be talking about those types of things. So it's so much history, people, to take our identity back. And you don't have to say it's white supremacy, the white man. Nah, take it back through your knowledge. And this is how you kill them. Because like Farrakhan said, they're your children, my G. So they wear your fez on their heads. And Negroes want to put fezzes on their heads. They're trying to imitate them when they are your children. Yo, we out to lunch on so many language, man. So many, man. Spanish language is also is so Arabic. Yes, it is. Oh, definitely it is. Oh, it definitely is. So please share it out. Share it out. I'm almost finished because I said I didn't want to be on here this motherfucking long, but let me go here for a second. This is my young brother I will always bump into in Tangier. That's Ibn Battuta's house. This young brother took me to Ibn Battuta, one of the world's greatest travelers. Ibn Battuta's house. Right there. The great traveler, Ibn Battuta, in Tangiers, Morocco. And this young brother is 23 that speaks, I think he said he speaks 8 languages at 23. How many languages do you speak? So when you see me doing these things, people, it's a lot that's in my head. And I don't think a lot of y'all would be able to comprehend what's in this motherfucking dome. Okay. So I got a little bit more I just want to touch on this particular case. And this is why this stuff is where it's at. Give me 1 second. Slavery. This is the Dred Scott case. How many of y'all have the Dred Scott case? Y'all should get it. I do have the copies. It's $40. I can email it to you. And if you never ever read this, all this has to do with identity, people. All of it has to do with identity. So they had to strip you of your identity. No nation, look, no nation is to bond to recognize a state. Now, this is something totally different. Bear with me. This is all in the Dred Scott case. If you were inside DC, you were protected property. Protected property. Okay? This case is very, very important. And don't never let someone tell you that it was overturned. No, it was never overturned by the 14th Amendment. Never overturned by the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment made another form of citizenship. This is the whole case. You can email me and I can email it directly to you. But you got to read it. I'm gonna do a class on this one too. I got to do a class on this, but everybody has to have it before I even do the class on it. I'll be real with you because you couldn't follow me. So for the record,
you gotta let them know it's not just like that's the lawyer version. That's not the way.
I'm gonna show it to him. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show it to him because you can't get it online. Trust me, you're gonna get bits and pieces. But I'm gonna show them in 1 second, bro. This is the lawyer's edition of the book. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can pull this up. In law school, they have to study this. It is right there. You see it? The lawyer's edition head notes. There it is. It's not Sabir Bey's. It's the lawyer's edition head notes. you know how much I had to actually dig into this, man. It's so tore up. So let's go here for one.
Sabir, how'd you find that though?
Brother, I'm a researcher, brother. You got to pay for some of this stuff, man. You do know that, right? When you go to these law libraries, you got to pay to go in there and get the LexisNexis. The word citizen in the Constitution does not embrace one of the Negro race. A Negro cannot become citizen. And the 14th Amendment never overturned it. Never overturned it. It made another form of citizen. So you tell me, am I lying? It's right there.
That's why Sabir telling you you're not black. Don't call yourself black. Well, you
don't get it?
You gotta find him. You gotta find him over that.
It's our people that's playing this game. It's our people that's doing it. It ain't the white man that's doing it. So their paycheck determines the amount of truth they're going to tell y'all. See, I don't get a paycheck from them unless y'all want to get the cases or you just want to say, I want to donate or want to join my class on Sunday, y'all can do that too. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can find some more in this Dred Scott case before I get off of here. The case is very intense, people. All this has to do with identity. So you were stripped of your identity. Yeah.
So
really
when
were.
OJ said he's not black, he's OJ, he's actually right.
Yeah. But it's a whole story behind that too. But look what it says here. And it talks about the personal rights and privileges guaranteed by the citizens of this sovereigns. All of this is in the case. What attorney ever brought this out to you? But you know what the slick attorneys would tell you because they don't know law? Hold up. You know what attorneys would tell you? Oh, brother, it was overturned. Why would that say the lawyer's edition? Why would they say it's a lawyer's edition? See, when you know what they know, they feel intimidated because now they can't get you. Who was that rapper that just got found guilty? Remember the boy shot?
Tory Lanez?
No, it was another one too recently. He spent all that money. What's the dude's name?
Yeah, Tory Lanez. He like.
No, not Tory Lanez, man. It's
YSL?
It was one of them. What is it?
There's one in court right now still.
He's in court, and he got found guilty.
He's still in court.
He got found guilty on all charges. Not that.
Yeah, let me look that up.
He shot at him or something like that. He shot at him. Oh my God!
I thought he's still in court. They trying to get him on a guilty conviction.
No, it's a.
Oh, maybe it's a different one. They're all kind of like paralleling each other at this point.
Somebody please pull up his name. What was the boy's name? He shot at one of his homies or something like that, and he went to court. He's in court right now, but he got found guilty on all charges. And
I think that's YSL. Yeah.
I think it is him. No,
in Atlanta, right? Are you talking about Atlanta? No,
I can't remember who is it. I don't know, but somebody gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is, I said, how the hell did he get found guilty? And you paid all this goddamn money. It's the same thing with Tory Lanez, ASAP Rocky. I think it was ASAP Rocky. So I sat back for a second, right? It's like Tory Lanez and them. They spent all this mother freaking money on attorneys. That was crazy. How the hell? Hold up. Do you understand that is a circus, people? It's a mother freaking circus with them. They don't care what y'all. That's crap. How, Sway? Do you know, y'all, that the Supreme Court says if you can find it, find it. You may not be able to find it online, but the Supreme Court says this, right? That every attorney must know the remedy for the rule, regulations, and statutes. If he does not know the remedy for the rule, regulations, and statutes, he can be disqualified. But I know that's the sheeple. We put too much trust in these people. But again, if y'all think I'm playing even with an attorney, what you can do is set it up with all your attorneys, because I know them, and tell them to watch this video, right? Watch the video thoroughly. And I don't care what they say about me. Put me in the room like Katt Williams says, boy, let's do it. You don't want to sit in the room with me, nor across from me. There's no way in hell all these brothers spent over $100,000 on their cases, and these motherfuckers got found guilty. That's the first thing to do, is to strip them. They need to have, y'all need to share this out to them so we can have a contract class with all of these motherfuckers. Shit. They need to have a contract class with me, or they can hire me as a consultant. How about that part? I'll fly. If they can fly me on their private jet, I'll be a consultant. I did it before. That's crazy. Somebody said they taking the black wealth leaders out. It is crazy. It is crazy. Because y'all don't give a damn about people. Y'all like to be entertained. Are you entertained yet? Didn't they say that in Gladiator? Are you entertained yet? And if anybody that's thinking in their crazy head that I'm talking crazy, challenge me on it, and I guarantee you're going to embarrass yourself. Oh, you're going to definitely embarrass yourself trying to play with me. So the best thing to do is shh. Be quiet. Don't try to play me. Okay? Don't do it. So I saw that the other day. I said, I want to do a video on it, and I might do it tomorrow. I said, how could that happen? How? I couldn't. How could that actually happen to that brother? Like, seriously, out of all the money that they gave them, damn.
Because you're still state property.
I looked at it. All I can see, he said he pleaded not guilty, but I don't think that's been done yet.
Yeah, he's found guilty on all of them, and it's crazy. Like, and we cheerlead this kind of stuff. We cheerlead it. So listen, I do classes, y'all, every Sunday. Give me 1 second. I do classes every Sunday. I only take 10 people on Sundays. My email is right in the yellow, SabirBayRadio@gmail.com. Again, SabirBayRadio@gmail.com. I'm open for any lectures. Any lectures, I'm open for it too, but you got to have a budget, baby. You got to have a budget. It ain't working. Don't try to say, well, I got one question. Can I email you? No, do not email me, because I probably wouldn't respond to you unless it's about business. I don't give a damn, woman, how fine you are either. I'm not impressed. I see women around the world and they fine as hell. So I'm not impressed. I just want to let y'all know that. So money talks, the rest of that bull crap walks. You want to reach out to me, my email is SabirBayRadio@gmail.com. If you want to donate and support, the Cash App is right there, $Sabir Bay, and the PayPal is Sabir Bay Radio. And also I have a Zelly. It all works. But they don't teach law in law schools, people. So they do not teach law in law school. And everybody should have this book too if you get a chance. 101 Things I've Learned in Law School. They do not teach law in law school, people. Okay? Not at all. All right? They do not teach law in law school. Hey, Zaid, you should get it popping. I want to do something at Nicholas Brooklyn, but we got to make it work, baby. But listen, I got to get ready to go, y'all. It was real. I'm going to fall back and watch something like the Three Stooges or something like that. I don't know. I got to get my mind together. But I thank y'all so much. See y'all. Peace.
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 This is the old video I have right here, right? Look at this. This is old as hell. The Origins of Nationality. Damn, I have some old DVDs, boy. The Origins of Nationality.
My dude got content like nothing else, man.
Y'all don't really know about the terrorist rap. Y'all don't really know about why we say trap. Y'all don't really know rap. But let me tell you how we can get it all back. First, realize giving up is whack. Say to yourself, I can never be whack. Then realize that we must go back. And the reason you can't seem to get on track is you keep buying hoes. Simple and plain. You keep buying hoes. All y'all know my name and how I get down and move around. I've already been to the proving ground. In conscious rap, cool the sound. The question is, are you down? You never give up. You never give up. You never give up. You should 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 never give up. So, come on, KRS-One, I've learned already. Everything they do is temporary. No matter how big you live, you're still the creation of a music that you did.
Listen.
And when you get old, no matter what you did, they throw you away and you can't get hit on the TV wallet. You know why we got racial profiling? Because you keep buying hoes. Simple and plain. You keep buying hoes. Y'all know my name, so there in the future we'll look back, and then we will see we were under attack. But it'll be too late, but also be too late. You'll see, just wait. You should never give up. 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 We can never give up. You can see how they shut down KRS-One, because I'm not sexy, thugging or dumb. Ask yourself, why we only promote criminal activity and nothing else on the videos and on the radio, teaching our kids which way to go and the way that they tell our kids to go. If you prison. His right straight to prison while you
Peace, Foxy.
oh, simple and plain. You keep getting hoes. Y'all better beat the game. You got to release that temptation. Get a brand new affirmation. Your life is what you make of.
Peace, salam alaikum.
You never give up. You can never give up. You should never give up. You can never give up. You should never give up. You should never give up. We can never give up. You should never give up.
Why do people always say why nobody talk about Walter Williams? Why nobody talk about Sabir? I got books on Walter Williams, but I gotta go. I thank y'all so much. Email me. Peace.
Peace, Sabir. Peace.
Peace. But I got 2,000 likes on TikTok. Ain't that some stuff?